And it's to Nigeria now, where the country's new president has now taken office. Bola Ahmed Tinubu was sworn in at an inauguration ceremony in Abuja. The former governor of Lagos faces rising insecurity and a failing economy. The 71-year-old was elected in February, but opposition parties are still contesting his victory in the courts, claiming electoral fraud. DW's Flourish Ubanyi has taken a look at the man who is set to lead Africa's most populous country. While he may be the new president, he is a familiar face to Nigerians.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is no stranger to Nigerian politics, and he's waited a long time to get the top job.
Ọjọ́ ti pẹ́, ẹgbẹ́ kìíní wá, èmi ló kàn.
But as Tinubu begins his official first term in office, his plate is already full, with fixing the country's economy top of the priorities list. Africa's biggest economy needs to diversify, and quickly, with low oil prices, inflation and the devaluation of its currency leading to a decline. Add to that the country's debt and youth unemployment, which has reached an all-time high. And Nigeria's economic troubles have contributed to another pressing issue: insecurity. Many young people now resort to crime like banditry and kidnapping for ransom as a means of survival. Terrorist groups have also become increasingly widespread.
What we want is peace in this country. If there is peace, there's no problem. Let there be food. Let there be jobs for youths.
Corruption is everywhere. Corruption is too much. All manner of things you don't expect. Fuel scarcity and long queues under the sun.
To fix those issues will also require another giant feat: uniting a country divided. Young people have taken to the streets, with many voting for change, but they face a stiff opposition from those who want to maintain the status quo. And then there are the ethnic and tribal tensions, a deep-rooted rift which Tinubu has pledged to mend.
We will continue a progressive government for this country, where everybody will be included. You will not be forgotten.
But despite all his pledges and plans, there are still doubts about Tinubu's ability to turn around the fortunes of the country and heal its division. Prime among them is a legal challenge to his election win, and whether he can really break free from the politics of the past.
And I'm now joined by Hassan Irayat, who is the director at the Center for Democracy and Development in Abuja. That's a policy advocacy and research organization that focuses on democracy in West Africa. Welcome to the program. Mr. Tinubu is a well-established figure in Nigerian politics, but from his record, how is he likely to govern as president?
I think that Nigerians are waiting to find out in the next couple of in less than 24 hours, how he intends to act, if he will indeed hit the ground running from his previous experience. Many do expect that his cabinet will be a mixture of politicians, and of course some experts will also be brought in if we go by his experience while he governed the commercial nerve center of Nigeria, Lagos, several years ago.
As our correspondent was mentioning, he is facing a legal challenge by the opposition on his victory. They're challenging his victory in the courts. How serious a threat is this for Mr. Tinubu's presidency?
I think that it's a serious threat, not because of what necessarily the outcome of the court cases will be. It really hinges on the legitimacy of his administration. When you look at these elections, the just concluded elections, people voted so much along ethnic lines. 3 candidates from the 3 biggest ethnic groups in Nigeria vied, and they all told their ethnic lines in their votes. And the vote was actually, Tinubu emerged the winner with the smallest vote count in the history of Nigeria's election. like just above 8 million votes, less than 9 million, 37% of the total vote cast, which means that there are indeed a lot of emboldened minority, some of them including young people who may not necessarily make governing easy for him.
We know that the country's economy is struggling. It's most likely the main issue for President Tinubu. What has he said he will do for the economy or about the economy?
Yeah, Tinubu, the President Tinubu have already outlined what his economic policy will be, which seems that he will be tilting more towards maybe what we call capitalism compared to the last administration, which of course touted itself more as a welfare rate. We hope to see at least one single forex, a strong monetary policy, which is actually different from the fiscal policy, which in the first years of Buhari's administration, we could not separate what the fiscal or the monetary policy was. We want to see a single exchange rate, removal of subsidy, as well as, of course, more jobs for the young people, lots of investments in small and medium-scale enterprise. These are some of the things the new president has pledged to actually do. But don't also forget, it's one thing to pledge, it's another thing to really grapple with the reality, which shows that Nigeria is so much indebted that in the next couple of years, we would actually be paying so much to service the debt than to actually build the country or our economy.
All right, that is Hassan Idayat talking to us from Abuja. She's the director at the Center for Democracy and Development. We appreciate your insight. Thank you very much.